Hey, what is up everybody? So today I've got a tutorial on how to use Beerus properly. Now, the first thing I want to note, this whole entire combo, like the main combo string, if you want to do a heavy stamina break combo, unfortunately it will not work online until Bandai Namco of course fixes their latency in netcode and tries to make their servers a little better. And then although it can depend on other people's connection as well. That's the first thing I just want to say. But yeah, it's a pretty good combo overall, and I'm sure you'll have fun playing as him more offline, even though he would be fun to play with online if he was useful online. But anyway, let's get right into this video. Why the fuck are you lag switching? Really? Lag switching? Is that the only thing? Alright, so the first thing you want to note with Beerus is he's not, he's a character who's got an interesting set of moves, okay? First, you see there the God of Destruction's Wrath. Now, people say it's a sucky move, but as you saw there, it dealt a pretty good amount of damage, and that's just simply because I was in a close range, and Beerus has that to where you can get in close range with people like that. As soon as you do that 8 square combo and then triangle, that's a perfect time to set up. But like I said earlier, it depends on the latency and netcode and your connection with the person online. It'll definitely work offline, just online it has its problems. And there you see the triangle square triangle combo, or just shorten it to triangle square, triangle square, triangle square. Now that the God of Destruction Rampage is kind of an iffy move because it'll hit sometimes and sometimes won't. Like it'll drop him out, or sometimes it'll do the whole move. But the next thing, so basically with the stamina break combo that you want to do, if you want to get a heavy stamina break, and this is offline, it's the only time it'll work until they fix it. Obviously, you do an 8 square combo, and then once you start seeing him kick his feet, and he kicks you away, and he's about to teleport, press triangle. So 8 squares, 1 triangle, then do a heavy stamina break or light stamina break. Now you could always shorten that to, I believe it is 5 square, and then 2 triangle or 1 triangle, and then you could do a stamina break, and that would be the easiest way to get it off without having to worry about that netcode fucking it up. But as you see there, the Sphere of Destruction, it will, if you're in close proximity with the person, it won't hit him, it'll miss him, or it might do that thing with how Supernova Cooler only will get it like 2 hits off, and then that's it. Now I would suggest going with the other Beerus who has the Blast Volley, because they track you and you don't have to do a stamina break for it, and it kind of saves you sometimes when people are, let's say, running and whatnot. And I just think it's probably the second preset of Beerus is probably more better for everybody, because it just has more it's gonna connect better online for people. That's alright. So first off, on this guy right here, Z Cakes, if you see this video, don't ever fight me in this game again, man. Don't ever fight me again. But to all those who are watching this now, the reason why I do not like this person is because, as you see there, all the Z vanishing in the world. Although he can get punished for it, there's nothing I can do but sit there and try to catch up to him, or things like that. Like, what the fuck, he's supposed to Z vanish behind me, not fucking in the middle of the map. But it's all good. It's all good. We'll let that one go. There's many more things that I don't know if I can let go that I had to deal with, but we will try to let them go. But the main thing here is, trying to get the heavy stamina break, as you see there. 8 squares, 1 triangle, heavy stamina break is the way it's supposed to go. It just doesn't work online. I really would like it to, but it just doesn't. Now, although I'm not sure, I haven't tested it out officially, if you can do the God of Destruction's Wrath with the 8 squared combo. I'm sure it works with the regular, with the 5 square, or 5 or 6 square and then triangle combo, because you will teleport to them actually and not get all, you know, randomized and stuff like that, like how you would with this regular combo that I'm trying to show. You would actually teleport to them, which would make it work better, which would probably be the easiest way to do it. And you probably can get a heavy stamina break still that way, but it's like one of those things where you got to remember, like the 8 squared combo and triangle is the easiest one to remember, because it's as soon as you start seeing him kick his feet and he kicks them away, you press triangle. That's the simplest thing to remember, because you know some people have it easier when they can remember what the character does and then they do the next step. But I had a little treat for this guy since he kept Z-Vanish spamming. He didn't see it coming, but he got hell to pay. You'll see it. You'll see it. Yo, people might call me trash for that, but you know, it's Beerus, and this guy was Z-vanishing a lot, and I had to put him in his place. I had to, unfortunately. I'm very sorry. 3, 2, and a 1. Cue it. I know that didn't finish him off, but tell me still, just the music hypes you up. Just that Beerus music, ready to Hakai you in the face. You know, I try to. it's a timeout win, but I hate winning by timeouts. I really do. But seeing as how fighting back to back, all these fights that you're gonna see are back to back fights, and they honestly just made me so fucking mad. I don't know what it is with people, but I freaking can't deal with the people who like to do this shit. I mean, I understand that these people that are left in the game are probably the people who are, you know, the cheap players and shit like that. The new cheap players, not the old ones. The old cheap players, we can all agree that it's not hard to avoid their tactics. Perfection, Super Itachi, Almighty, those people, they're all the same person. They just, you know, act like different people sometimes. Anyway, yeah, we can all agree that people like Perfection's fight style, it's not hard to avoid. You don't even need to watch his videos to know what his fight style looks like. As soon as he starts fighting you, you'll know. He Z-Vanish spams, absolute zero cheap cheese shit, God Destruction's Anger cheap cheese shit. I'm sure he has it on there. I don't see him use it anymore, but I'm sure he still has it on presets and uses it when he's playing around, thinking that nobody. I'm not going to get into the topic. If you want to see more on that topic, you can go check my Is Perfection the Super Itachi Full of Shit video, which I'll leave below or at the end of this video. But anyway, yeah, more onto this. One thing I really do hope Xenoverse just gets fixed with is this latency, because the latency netcode just fucks everything up, because it limits you on certain characters you can use. So let's do say when they do the tournament with the new rules, and they say, oh, you can only use God of Destructions and Angels. How are we going to want to use Beerus if we can't use Beerus online? You know? How are we going to use people who you just don't work online? Like Goku, if they make a Goku only tournament, you for sure know everybody either is probably going to be using the Dragon Fist Goku or using the OPS Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Now, looking at this fight over, he thought he had me there. He thought he had me. He thought. You know, I tried to get that quick stamina break off, but he wasn't ready for this. Let's go. 3, 2, and 1. Cue it. satisfying. Every time I see that, it's so satisfying. Even though it doesn't finish him off like it should, and I have to finish it off myself, it's still satisfying to rewatch. Just hearing that, I don't know. I hope I see Beerus do something like that. I actually can't wait to see that dub version of it. Beerus versus Xenoverse. I can't wait to hear that shit. Even though that shit's gonna be not as enjoyable since it's gonna take a year practically. I really can't wait to see that shit. But this guy, I'll give him his fair stuff. Okay, he didn't have no cheese shit on, so that's a plus. Now, the reason why I was really getting pissed, I wasn't as pissed at the person. I was more pissed that the game was not fucking letting me hitting him when I snap vanish behind him. I know sometimes it snap vanishes you to where you can't hit him, like because they're moving at the same pace as you when you're trying to move forward and hit them. But it happened more than I needed it to. Yeah. Charge hits. That's another thing. Everybody work on your charge hits, because charge hits come in handy when you got people who like to run away really quick and you keep them in place for a good sec. And that just work on them in training session. But I know maybe from what you're seeing it's not the best representation of the Beerus online, but I want to just say I'm not using the Beerus with blast volley because I like to have a challenge sort of and try to see if I can at least do something with it. And although I never was able to get off the sphere of destruction because that would have to result in me trying to think up a plan to get the stamina break off on site, I would have had to kind of rework my plan in the map. And at the time, I was just worried about getting his stamina down to 0 before I could do anything. But yeah, if you feel like you would still like to play with Beerus online, I would recommend using the blast volley version of him, the Wii symbol on his head, that one, second preset, because that one is a lot easier to use. Like he has a lot of knockaway combos, that's why it makes it easier. And if I'm not mistaken, his combo is supposed to be for the sphere of destruction. I think it can be thrown in the air and it still will hit him. Like, cause if you notice, his combos are all knockaways, not knockdowns. So I believe it should work that way. I'm not completely sure on that. Don't quote me. But yeah, I've been having to just work with the full power energy wave, and it does an all right amount of damage, but you really don't want to just throw it out there right after a stamina break. You want to get your own damage off by doing a regular combo or something like that, something to get that extra damage off, because it does not do that much damage as it needs to. Now, this last fight that you are about to see, this is every person's, no, I'm not even going to say that. This is just every person's worst nightmare. This is every person's worst nightmare. The fact that, like, what I wanted to do in the beginning of this, just let him finish charging. I probably could have thrown some key blasts out there or something. I wanted to see if he would transform, because he's using the awoken version to hit, and if he transformed, I was going to break his stamina, get some good damage off really quick. This person decided to be a grab spammer, a runaway grab spammer, because I have more BP than him. And I want to remind you, I'm only doing BP matches because it's better that way, because it's on even grounds, and if somebody uses a CAC, it's not going to be over dramatized, damage and shit like that. It's probably not even the word, dramatized. It's not going to be overpowered shit like that. And most of the time when I'm doing BP with limitation matches, people don't always use CAC. They like to do cast characters, which I thought I was going to run into more, but I didn't. The person, I'll give him that one out of all of them grabs. The only grab he deserved from those was the one where he perfect blocked, his lucky perfect block. That's the only one. And I tried to do my best here, but when you got people run away grab you, nothing you can do. You know, you can't get out of the grab. So that's just how it is. I didn't want to. I was thinking about doing what I did in the first match where I had to grab spam the guy, but this guy here was not. He's not having it. He just didn't want to let me do it. He didn't want to let me do jack shit. You know, the guy I think only had like 3,000 BP or maybe even less than that. And currently I think I have 19,000, but at the time I had like 140, something like that. And you know, this is the reason why I don't like doing ranked matches a lot now is because of that. People always judge based on how much BP you have. So let's say I have, who knows, 30,000 BP. They're gonna either kick me out the room or they will play cheap to get points. And in my eyes, points don't matter in this game, because what is the point of even trying to get points? You know, the reason why I've been playing is simply just to get gaming content, so I can show you guys stamina break combos or get gameplay for discussions, or show you guys tutorials like this. But yeah, just that's something to be aware of for all you people out there who do want to play ranked seriously. If you have a lot of BP or TP, be prepared to get kicked out of a lot of rooms and have people fight you cheaply. You know, that's just me. But yeah, that's gonna be all for today, guys. And